social media has been very detrimental to humankind. And if you guys have watched my videos, you guys will know that I disagree with how social media has been and its usage. And one very big part of why social media is detrimental is because it has given us this false reality that we are able to achieve the dream job. So what is this dream job that I'm talking about? It's basically being an influencer and trying to be an internet celebrity. And the thing is that we have grown up seeing how 9 to 5 has been demonized, right? And being in control of your own work, being in control of the time that you put in and out in your creativity really seems like a dream job that you could do, right? And the reason why it gives a false reality of why is it so achievable is because of celebrities or YouTubers in the past where you have seen their growth, like for example Jake Paul or Logan Paul. You've seen their growth coming from humble beginnings, and then you have seen how they have grown into massive entrepreneurs with millions of dollars, and all they repeat to you is that you could do it too, right? They started out from humble beginnings and that's where they ended up, and all you need is a camera and probably a simple setup. And this low barrier to entry makes everyone think that they can do it too. And because of that, there is an influx of influencers who will join in the game thinking that they can do it as well. But there's two things that I would like to mention. With the influx of influencers or wannabe influencers, basically there is a high supply, so demand for them will be less. So it might work in the past where a celebrity in the past, internet celebrity in the past, are able to sustain themselves. But now the game is much harder where everyone has taken a small piece of the pie, where it's no longer sustainable for one person to even sustain themselves through social media. And if you have seen videos of people with high following count, thousands of followers, maybe even million, you will see them struggling as well to pay their bills because of the lifestyle that they need to upkeep as well. And for the most part, they're also not getting any income from the companies because, as stated previously, the companies have a wide variety of influencers to choose from. So because of this, influencers are not able to sustain themselves, and in a way they have to go back to a 9 to 5, and some of them even worse, they do not have a backup plan. So in a way, trying to be an influencer is the worst decision that you could ever make. But social media has made it out that you can achieve this dream job just with the use of a camera and a simple setup. And I don't blame them as well because this is what is being repeated to us by celebrities, internet celebrities of the past. Right? You see Logan Paul, you see Jake Paul. They always repeat the same thing to you and make you feel like you could do it because you're like one of them, right? KSI or Mr. Beast, they all repeat the same thing. And when you're in this echo chamber, you have this self-belief that you could do it too. Now, self-belief is a very strong motivating factor, but the thing is that you have to take a look at the broad things that are going on. You are just one of the thousands of people that are trying to get into this. What makes you think that you can, stand out? And that's the thing. Most people would feel this way as well, and the only way that they can stand out, especially in an attention economy that we are living in, is by being obnoxious and being annoying this society around you. And that's how people are getting attention, right? Trying to be the worst person ever, trying to do things out of the blue, trying to make anything possible to get attention, right? So that's why you see the rise of streamers like Clavicular or something with his looks maxing, doing obnoxious things, trying to get attention, right? And in the end, their life seems more or less miserable as well. And now these are a new class of people, right? In the past, you used to have a camera, you film and then edit the videos, but now you're being streamed 24/7, and being on camera is actually very tiring as well because you're playing a character that you're not really at. So this is really energy draining. So now the way to get popular on the internet is to be a streamer, and that doesn't seem well as well. It seems like a worse option. But is the dream job now to be an influencer through streaming, which is why thousands of people are going into it. And the same concept still applies. And the thing is that this dream job that we're having and seeing, right, is not new. If you take a look in the past, right, tech bros was literally the dream job. Getting a job at one of the FAANG companies, Google, Facebook, was literally the dream job. You see, Google used to advertise being one of the best company to work at because they have free lunch, free, like the pantry is like awesome with space to play around, and you have like outdoors activity, high salary package. And that's when Tech Bros was basically the minority, right? When it was first starting out, companies have to scramble to get the best tech people. Therefore, the package is much attractive than usual. And this became a dream job. Now with the influx of basically people going to tech, this has no longer become the dream job. In fact, this has become the job that you should not go into because of AI and you know whatsoever. And we have seen this countless time again and again where the dream jobs are actually not a dream job that's attainable, right? In the past, if you really want to be a dream job is somewhat you could achieve it, but you would know that it's not very attainable. Like for example, being a president of the United States, being an astronaut, is like you could do it, but you have to put in the work. You have to go through hours of training, you know, maybe some capital as well. But now with social media being the dream job for everyone, you just need a camera. So the barrier to entry is so low that it makes it feel attainable, but at the same time you know it's not sustainable. Which is why social media has portrayed things in a way that is not reflective of reality. And therefore why I think that social media is so detrimental to humankind. Right? There's also other points that I've made in my previous videos as well. But this is one part that I think if you are thinking of being a social media influencer, then I think you have to rethink of everything that I've stated in this video. How are you gonna stand out among everyone? How are you gonna sustain yourself with a bunch of other influencers just like you as well? Right? You have seen influencers that are going broke even with thousands, hundreds and thousands of followers and not be able to upkeep their lifestyle. So why do you want to go into this? Right? So most of you guys maybe might say, why am I creating videos as well? All this. I make videos on YouTube and I know that it's just me talking to the camera, right? I know that this is not a sustainable lifestyle. I'm just doing this out of my hobby, right? If it blows up, good. But if not, it really doesn't matter to me because in a way I'm also practicing how to talk, right? Doing public speaking as well. And that's the reason why I do not do social media on other short form platforms like TikTok or Instagram. I'm just straight up doing YouTube, just talking to the camera, right? And that's the point I want to bring into. Social media has inflated the individual's ego to make them think that they are somewhat of a big shot. Right nowadays, if you actually post on TikTok and do some random thing, if you were to continuously post short form, maybe annoying videos as well, you could get thousands of videos, thousands of subscribers. And because of that, it makes you think that you're somewhat of a big shot. But the reality is much deeper than that because you're actually not converting these followers. It's so easy to get followers on short form platform, social media platforms, that it really means nothing even if you get 500k followers. It really means nothing. And for the most part, most people are not getting 500k, they are getting way lesser than 100k. But the thing is that having thousands of followers on your social media accounts inflates your ego, that makes you think that, oh, now you're somewhat of a celebrity, when in fact in reality you're just one of the many. Right? Do not let social media inflate your ego and make you think that you are someone that you're really not, and make yourself suffer this thing called lifestyle creep, right? Trying to buy things to upkeep a certain lifestyle for everyone. No one really cares about you. That's the thing that you have to realize as well. That the audience they are watching you as a short form content. They do not really know who you are, and they do not really understand what you do. So yeah, do not fall into this trap of the echo of YouTubers, successful YouTubers or successful Instagrammers, successful TikTokers telling you that you could do it too. It might work for their generation, but just like tech jobs in the past, it will fade out due to basic supply and demand. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for listening to me and see you guys in the next video.